Hello, fellow Voyagers. Jess here with Odyssey Human, here today to talk about rule of power number 5, lead with your heart, not your head. Welcome to the channel. This is a place where we help you hack through the jungles of consciousness so you can discover the hidden treasures inside of you. My friends, it's all there, ready and waiting to be activated by you, through you, and for you. If that sounds good, please subscribe. We'd love to have you join us on the channel. Today is rule of power number 5, energy of the heart. I want to talk about some of the things I've been thinking around heart and love and some connections that we can make to power today. Because really, the Rules of Power series, I want to talk about power. Last video, we talked about coming from the space of connecting to your core self, getting to know that part of you. If you haven't seen that video yet, check it out. And the first 3 videos were awesome as well. So the first concept in this area of leading with the heart and not the mind. Did you know that the heart actually has a control system in it? It's got a little nervous system and like a mini brain. Because originally, this is what my understanding of the research from the Heart Math Institute, from their website. Some of the publications that I found is that, you know, they originally thought like the brain was sending signals via the vagus nerve to the heart. The vagus nerve is a nerve that connects the heart and the brain, and that's how they talk to each other, is via the vagus nerve. So they originally thought, you know, the brain is sending directions to the heart and the heart is going to follow suit. But what they actually found, some interesting new research, is that there is a mini brain inside the heart. So what does that mean? That the heart has its own control system. The heart has its own control system. So like a little nervous system and a little brain to actually make decisions and then to send messages up the vagus nerve to the brain. And then the brain would actually follow suit. So they give each other, you know, literally, as in through the wiring and the physiology of how we are wired, the brain is leading you or the heart is leading you. And so I want to talk today, you know, about leading with the heart, because some of the most disempowered people I have ever perceived in working with people, in reading all of the comments over the years of having this channel, the most disempowered people are the ones who are telling a really sad story. They're not leading with their heart. They're not leading with their heart. And how we do this, how we lead with our heart, is that we make decisions based on our desires. We make decisions based on our desires. We are faithful to our desires instead of something else. I've seen this working one-on-one with clients, right? When they talk about, well, I really want to be doing this, but this is the case, you know, usually but, there's a big but in there. And I've talked about buts before, getting rid of your buts, because that is indicative of a heart-mind, you know, a heart-brain conflict. Heart-brain conflict. When your heart says, I really want to do this. I really want to go open a bakery and live the life of my dreams. But your mind is like, no, we're never going to make money doing that. Bakeries don't make money. You know, all of these facts and figures and evidence, and, you know, imagining like, well, what if how am I going to hire people? I can't afford, you know, money, all the story that we have around it that our brain creates. Now, the research from Heart Math went on to say, you know, the electrical signals of the brain are highly variable, right? They are highly variable, which indicates creativity. Our brain is creative. Our brain has these aha moments. Our brain is meant to be like, you know, all over the place. The heart, the electrical activity of the heart, is meant to be rhythmic. It is meant to be steady. It is meant to keep a steady clip. And how that metaphorically translates to the ideas generated is that the idea that we have of the heart, right? We place love in the heart. We place our desires of the heart. We associate the things that we really want with the heart. The heart wants what it wants. There is a steadiness to the heart, the thump, the thump, the thump, that keeps the pace, right? Keeps us on track. So when we listen to the heart, that's kind of the metaphor for the heart. When we listen to that, when we make that our guiding principle, we're going to feel much better. Whereas with the mind, the mind and the brain, this piece of ourselves, this that we can think of metaphorically as the creative piece, the piece that is meant to come up with the great ideas, the piece that is meant to be all over the place, the piece that we have a harder time studying because its activity is all over, That piece is then the piece that when the doubts come up, when the fears come up, when the limitations come up, these are all creations of brain, mind, right? All creations of that type of electrical activity, that kind of like scattered, like, sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low. It's constantly changing. It's different. It's all over the place. There are benefits to both. But what I have found anecdotally is that the people who lead with heart, what I found for myself when I started to live from heart and letting go of the fears, letting go of the, but what if this, letting go of all of that, not believing in it so much that that's where I invest my energy. When I started to let go of that, I became much more powerful. My dreams started to get realized. Everything worked out for me. Leading with heart, it takes courage, right? And this is what about power. It takes power. Leading with heart, your heart knows what you want to do, where you want to go, who you want to be with. Your heart knows. It knows. And the brain is the one that is constantly fluctuating, constantly vacillating. And there is so much more power coming from, in a metaphorically speaking sense, heart-based interactions versus brain-based interactions. Now, I'm not saying this is not to put some moral compass on it as you should be loving and kind and, that you need to, there's a lot of other stuff that comes with the metaphorical story of your heart, which leads us into the second piece of God is love. So I was thinking about this phrase popped into my head the other day. God is love. I don't like to use the word God on my channel a lot because it has so many connotations. God is love, which I'm assuming comes from the Bible, but also the way I learned it growing up Catholic was very prescriptive of you have to be loving, you have to be giving, this prescriptive of like, well, God is love, and so that's what he wants you to do. That was the sense that I had about. But it occurred to me, I had this insight of like, oh my God, God is love. God is literally love. What if God force is love? So when you love something, when you desire something, that is literally your divine command. Like, go get it, go be it. You have it already, it's yours. That's your direction from above of like literally God is love, like love is God. Not in a moral, like you need to be loving, but in the things that you love, your passions, your desires, like that is your God energy. That is the purest form of God energy there is, of creator energy, of all that isness. Just like when you feel your tummy rumbling, you know to eat. When you feel thirst, you know to drink. When you feel desire, those are like divine directions of like, this is where to go. This is what to do next. This is what to pursue. It's so compelling. It is instinctual. That's the whole nature of desire. You want. Your wanting is a siren's call to go where you want to be. It's like over here, over here. It's like a flashing light, ding, ding, over here, over here. Because you have, right? You have, because you're all that is. And so desire, wanting, longing, wanting to be something, that's your God force in action, the things that you love. God is love. Love is God. Do you see what I'm saying here? So I think what got lost in translation is that you have to be loving and Mother Teresa to everyone. No. God is love. Love is God. Your God force is contained within your wants and desires. That's how I see it. It's contained. It's potent. It is actualized in the wanting. Just like when you get hungry, you give yourself food. Just like when you get thirsty, you give yourself drink. When you want something, give it to yourself. So many of us, this is what I'm saying. The power is in like, oh, hell yeah. Okay, this is where we're going now. This is what I'm doing because my heart wants it, because I love it, because the thought of it lights me up. That's the juices of your creative power. It's following your heart, following your dreams, doing what you want to do, and not letting mind, brain, that erratic nature of brain talk you out of it. Again, some of the most disempowered people I have ever met in my life are the ones who know what they want, but are holding themselves back because of the doubts, the fears, all this illusory activity in that sporadic electrical activity of brain. I myself used to be that. Even the whole highly sensitive person label that I used to put on myself was a constant overthinking, ruminating, just getting lost in circling negative, unproductive, useless thoughts that prevented me from actually pursuing my heart's desire, pursuing what I wanted, right? And just acting from that, from brain, from overthinking and ruminating, it really destroyed my life. It held me back for almost a decade. I had no power. I had just such a sense of powerlessness by leading with that energy, leading with the brain, all this, that I was considering killing myself. Like, let's be totally honest here. Like, at several points in my 30s, I was seriously like wanting to end it all. And so power is allowing the energy, the constant, steady desire of your heart to lead, the desire of your heart to decide for you, the desire of your heart to guide the way with its steady thump, thump, thump. And then in a different metaphor, right? God is love. Those are your divine directions of where you're supposed to be. You are supposed to be there already. You have it, right? Because when you feel the wanting and the longing and the desiring for it, it means that you already have it if you can let go of the illusion that you don't, that is created by brain. So this is what I'm saying. Lead with heart. That is power. If you aren't feeling powerful, if you aren't feeling in control of life, if you aren't feeling like have you reached your potential in life, if you don't feel like you've done that, if you don't feel like right now you are in the right place, the right time, the right town, with the right person, if none of that feels aligned, where are you holding yourself back? Where are you not leading with heart? I have been both places. As someone who used to lead with brain takes us a lot of places and we keep ourselves there out of perceived safety, out of perceived, well, I have to do this. I have to work this job. I have to, right? It's this slavery of woulda, shoulda, coulda, oughta, all those things that hold us back in brain, when the true power, wow, is heart-based. What your heart wants, what your desires are, go in that direction. And you've heard this a million times. You have heard this a million times, but are you living it? Because you will feel the power in that. That is power. There is something really powerful, really like, whoa, when you meet people who have not only followed heart's guidance, but it has become wildly successful for them. You can feel those people's energy. I mean, they're like tapped in, tuned in, turned on, turned up. It's like, whoa, magnetic. It's magnetic. That's power. And it's exciting. Like, you feel that thump, thump, thump of what lit them up, and that they pursued it and they believed in it and they invested in it. And now they're a billionaire or a millionaire, or they're just totally magnetic. You're like, whoa, because of that steady thump, 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 setting the pace for their life. So, rule of power number 5, my friends: lead with heart, not brain. Lead with heart, not brain. Let your brain figure out the little details. Brains are good at details, like good at solutions, good at, but the bigger decisions of your life, lead with heart. Lead with your heart. Your heart knows. Thump, thump, thump. Your heart is not wishy-washy. The heart wants what it wants, right? the song. Heart wants what it wants. Your heart does not vacillate. Your heart keeps the pace, sets the tone, navigator, right? Pointer directions. It points you in the right direction to where you're needing to be through your divine creative power. And when you feel that urge of wanting, turn your heart in that direction, be like, okay, we're going to go get it. And watch the magic that unfolds, the power that unfolds, because I guarantee you, you follow your heart's desires, you put invest all of who you are into your heart's desires, you're going to go places. You're going to go places. And brain will support you. Brain will support you with those little details, with making the little connections, right? Because it's the creative part. Put brain in the place, utilize it as it was meant to be utilized, and utilize heart as it was meant to be utilized. Get them into the proper place, and you'll feel the difference. You will feel it overall, your overall wellness. You are going to feel it. I guarantee it. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you thought. And if you need a tool to help you make your mind a more peaceful, pleasant, wonderful place, grab it below. It is available to you in every video for free. Check it out, friends. It's what I used to get to where I am right now. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.